So if you're a Nigerian and you're one of the electorates, in other words, you are grown up to the voting age of 18 and you're going to be voting in this coming election, 2027 election is the easiest for you to make a choice of, right? Whether you are a new voter or an old voter, 2027 election is pretty much easy for you to make a choice about whom among the candidates who that you will be voting for. In 2023, it was pretty bit difficult because we had the three major ethnic groups represented, whether it was Atiku, Peter Obi, or Tinubu, right? Three major ethnic groups were represented. And it was also very clear that the three of them did not have the power of the incumbency, even though APC was in government. So in 2020, in 2015, Nigerians were, so to say, in a propaganda narrative, Nigerians were sought to have been believed to be tired of PDP. Yes, 16 years of PDP, nothing to show for it. And so we decided to say, let's even try APC. Right. Let's even try APC. One man stood against his own southern brother, and that man is Tinubu because of his own selfish interest. And then so when Buhari did 8 years, Buhari was pretty a disaster in the first 4 years. One man sold it again to us and said Buhari deserves another 4 years. That man is Tinubu. And then we watched Buhari wasted another 8 years of our life, only for the same Tinubu who was concerned basically about making sure that Buhari retains power to show up, steal the elections, became the president that Nigeria did not vote for, and eventually has done even worse than what Buhari has done. APC is pretty much demonic and evil. Right. And then this one man, what Buhari wasted our collective patrimony and wasted our years. This man accepted it only to show up in office and say that Buhari was so much of a spoil. Why? For his own selfish interest. Every evil that Buhari was doing at that time, Tinubu did not utter a word. Tinubu did not utter a word for every wickedness that Buhari did at the time. Right? So 2027 is pretty easy. You said, let us try. The man eventually stole what it means to become the president of Nigeria. He stole it because he didn't win that election in 2023. But guess what has happened? 4 years down the line, he is a disaster. Nigeria called a disgraced nation. Quality of life in Nigeria, low, low, low compared to every other part of the world. Tinubu, big, big failure. Have you tried Tinubu? The answer is yes. Have you tried Tinubu? The answer is yes. Have you tried Atiku? Yes, as vice president to Obasanjo, he's been tried. Have you tried a Yoruba man a number of times? Yes, the answer is truly, truly yes. Have you tried an Hausa man or a man from the north? The answer is many times yes. But you haven't tried Peter Obi, right? He hasn't had the chance. And so this election is pretty simple. Put Tinubu against what he's performed. He is a disaster and a no-no, waste of what it truly means to become a president. So I would rather think that there is a man who is very credible, very, very credible. His results and his answers are very impeccable. And he won the 2023 election, and that's Peter Obi. So it is time, in the name of fairness and equity, to give the Igbo man a chance. Not because he's an Igbo president, but because it is important to continue to try until we get to where we're going. Did we try APC? Yes. Did we try Buhari? Yes. After many years of failure. Did we try Tinubu? Yes, because he stole it eventually. It's time to try Peter Obi. One of the things I want to try about Peter Obi is that I want to try a man who understands decency, moderation, who understands what it means to make our politics less attractive. All over the world, where you find politics becoming so richer than enterprise, that is not how to build a nation. I want to try a man who says go and verify because he does not have any trace or any history of criminality. He's not a criminal. But I see these other ones, they are thieves. We know them, they are thieves. So if you're here as an adult waiting for those influencers that APC and Tinubu and Sheyi boys, all of them, all of those people that have been bought over, you may not be helping yourself save Nigeria. And let me say this, because people say that people have the right to make a choice. Yes, you have the right to make a choice, but I also have the right to call you out when your choice threatens my life. Right? I have a choice. And even if you ever have a right and a choice to make a choice, let that right that you have to make a choice make you make the right choices. Tinubu is a bad choice. You have seen it. 4 years of big suffering. APC is very demonic. Nothing good can come out of APC. It's time to try new. And let me warn every obedient who's listening. We must do this thing different. Like we did not, very different from what we did on the last election. And one of the first things I want every obedient and every lover of Peter Obi to do on the social media space is to make sure that when you see people who truly don't love Peter Obi mention Peter Obi, don't give them the engagement. Every one of them are mentioning Peter Obi. They are provoking you. It is the age of content and money. That's why they're provoking you. You're many influencers who are shouting and doing all of those things. So make the decision yourself. Find the truth, sell it not, so that the truth can set you and your generation free. It is time to try the man who says go and verify, the man whose credit is impeccable and it is very global, the man who continues to show us what it means to run politics, what it means to do governance that is accessible to the people, the man who shows to us that we can make Nigeria truly work and put Nigeria in the hands of best of us, in the hands of the best of us and not the worst of us. A vote for APC and Tinubu will continue to make criminals sit in those offices, less competent people. Yahoo boys becoming politicians. The guy who is selling drugs becoming a politician. That's what it means to have Tinubu on seat. You have seen criminals unnecessarily being elevated. A criminal like the INEC boss celebrated. Dirty attitude like Reno celebrated. Bawahala celebrated. Useless people who do not have what it means to truly have values and be credible integrity. Is that the kind of president that you want? We want a president whose attitude would directly impact on the attitude of Nigerians. Right? And one of those things is the attitude of wastefulness. Peter Obi is not wasteful. He is not wasteful. And I want to see a Nigeria that is not wasteful. And that's why I'm going to be voting Peter Obi. And I want you to do the same. So obedience. Do not engage any stupid content creator who just mentioning Obi's name just so that they can trend. They're trying to provoke you, but they know who's better. Don't engage them. Don't give them that money that they want to see. I love you guys.